Untitled Chapter.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to my Verbling classes. This hour we are going to be practicing speaking, using as many words as we can to describe our dreams. Now I've got a list of a whole bunch of questions that we're going to be going over, and we'll be using those to guide us through dreams, nightmares that we've had, things like that. I thought it would be a fun topic to go over because sometimes we get really crazy dreams, and other times we may not have any dreams at all. For one, I don't remember having a dream every night. Some dreams I do remember. Some are really vivid. Others are not. Anyway, we talked about this class a little bit earlier in the day, and we had a lot of fun with it. So I invite you to come into class. We are going to be doing a lot of speaking, answering a bunch of questions, and having a good time with it. All right. Let's see who we got first. We have Mohammed. How are you?
Well, fine, thanks.
Hi, Mohammed. And Mohammed, where are you from?
I'm from Egypt.
From Egypt. Okay,
Yes.
very good. And what do you do, Mohammed? Mohammed, what do you do? What is your job, or are you in school?
Yes. I am engineering.
Okay. And what kind of an engineer are you? Mechanical, electrical, hydroelectronic?
Electrical department communication.
Okay. All right. And how long have you been working as a electrical engineer is what you said. Okay. How long have you been working
Yes.
like that? How long have you been working that as an engineer?
1 year.
Okay, 1 year. Okay, 1 year.
Yes.
So good. Congratulations with that. Okay, I imagine you enjoy the job so far.
Yes.
Good. Congratulations with that.
I hope.
Okay, I imagine you enjoy. Okay, cool. All right, let's see who else we got. Diego's back. How you doing, man?
Hi, teacher. Doing well, I
Good.
think.
Good. Are you still feeling a little sick after fried plátanos?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you still feeling a little sick after the fried plátanos and avocado?
Yes, I'm still
That's a
doing
bummer.
bad.
That's a bummer. Hopefully you're able to sleep okay tonight.
Yes, I hope, because they're not a good combination at all. Just keep in
Yeah, so
mind next time.
So did you go to a restaurant, or was it just food in the house?
Just food in the house.
Gotcha. That sometimes can get you as well. What a bummer. All right. Well, hopefully everything goes okay, man.
Thanks a
Let's
lot.
see. We've also got Juan. How you doing, Juan?
Fine, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. So what's new?
Yeah.
What's going on in your neck of the woods?
No, nothing new. Like usual. Study. A little boring, I guess.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. Well, welcome to class. Good to see you again. Let's go to Maria. How you doing, Maria?
I'm doing great. And you?
I'm doing good. Now, Maria, did you change your picture on me?
Yeah, I'm changed my picture.
You changed your picture.
Yes.
Yeah, let's see.
I
'Cause I
was
remember-
I was in your Hugo Chavez class yesterday, I think.
Were you in my Hugo Chavez class?
Yeah, and you told me that I was from Venezuela.
Yeah, but you're not. You're from
No.
Colombia.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm from
are
Colombia.
you the Maria that's you're studying what is it? It's petroleum engineering. Is that what you're studying?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Jeez, you change your picture, and I get totally confused.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well,
It's
welcome back.
it's a trick for you remember my my name and my
Yeah, totally. So how's everything going, Maria? How's
yeah,
life?
it's well, everything is well, but maybe the next week finally I have a interview, but yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
yeah.
cool. Good for
Yeah.
you.
Uh-huh.
Nice. And so, is it going to be in the petroleum field? Have you already graduated then?
Yeah, of course. I graduated last December.
Oh, cool. Good for you.
Yeah.
So you've been going around and interviewing and things like that?
Yeah, but this is my first important meeting, I think. My important
Nice.
interview. But because the others have been informal meetings, not a formal job interview.
Okay. All right. So this will be a formal job interview. Now, if you get a job like this, are you going to be what, working 2 weeks on and 1 week off? Something like that?
Yeah. It's there are different type of periods, like job work days. I don't know, work periods.
Sure.
Maybe in some companies you have to work like all the time, and you only have like the rest days, they account for the Sundays, I think.
Mhm.
Each Sundays is a resting day, something like that.
Interesting.
And in the other companies, there is the 15 days you work and 15 days you rest, or maybe 21 days you work and 7 days you can rest.
Wow, yeah, that's pretty difficult. I know when I see, because I was looking at it in the United States for a little bit, in a place called North Dakota. They have a lot of jobs that have to do with the oil and gas industry, and they pay a lot of money. But yeah, you're working some crazy hours. Some places are just like that. You have 21 days off, 7 days. Or sorry. That'd be nice to have 21 days off, but it's 21 days on, and then seven days off. Sometimes I think one of them that I heard of was it was 21 days on and then 9 days off, and something like that.
But some companies are like, I don't know what their worker works so much they are like explode. I don't know, explode their workers, something like that.
Yeah, they exploit them.
Exploit them, yeah.
Yeah, and that's bad. That's when it gets to be bad. Well, hopefully you find a good job that works good for you. You're happy, and you're able to make a good living for yourself.
Yeah, thanks.
Cool. All right, you guys. Let's see. We also have Mauricio. Mauricio, how you doing? All right, not so much. Okay, Mauricio, check your microphone. Make sure that you are not muted. All right, so we are going to be talking about our dreams tonight. All right, so the document that we have has a list of a bunch of questions on it, and we're going to go through these and have a little fun with it. Okay, so I put the document here in the Verbling chat box. And since there isn't a lot of us to go through questions, we're all going to be able to answer a lot of questions throughout the night. So this is going to be awesome. All right, let's start off with Diego. Diego, let me have you read this first question. Let me open this up. Oh, I got to do this real quick.
All right. I can see the file.
Okay, so Juan, did you look in the chat box? Did you see the link that I gave you?
No, I can see it.
All right, let me try one more time.
Okay.
Yes, Mauricio, I can see you. Did you get your microphone working again?
Yes, now it's working. Good evening, Chad. Nice to see you.
How are you? Good to
nice
see
to
you
meet
as well.
you.
All right, cool, man. Is that your kitty there?
Yes, it's one of my kitty. That's correct. That's right.
Okay. And Mauricio, where are you from?
I'm from Colombia.
Colombia.
I live in
Okay.
Bogota. That's
Great. And what do you do?
I'm a graphic designer.
Cool. Very cool.
Yes.
And do you do design for like web, or do you do literal hard copy design like posters and things like that for print?
Yes, our posters, flyers,
Okay.
and well, and expose in art exhibitions as well.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Well, thank you, and welcome to class. All right. So,
Thank you.
Juan, did you see that link that I put in there
No, man.
in the chat box?
No, I can.
Okay, Juan,
Yeah.
you are probably in the Google chat. So let me put it in the Google chat for you as well. If you look over here on the side, you have two different chats. You have the Google chat, and if you go down to Verbling classes, that's where most everybody is. Okay.
Right. So, yeah, I can now. Yeah.
All right.
Yep,
Very cool.
got it.
All right. So we're gonna go through these questions, talk about our dreams and whatnot, and have some fun with it. And the only thing here, you got to be honest. In the last class that I did, one of the guys was like, "Well, to be honest with you, I dream about kissing girls all the time," and it was hilarious. It was good. So yeah, have some fun. This should be a fun class. Okay. So Diego, you're up first. First question
Yes,
is yours, and it says, Do you usually remember your dreams? Why or why not?
All right. I don't often remember my dreams, but just last night I have a dream about the gold bird in let me see, in a bunch of ground. I don't know how to describe. Well, I just walking around for a lonely alley. Then I saw a construction worker, and then I turned my head and I saw a bunch of ground going to waste. And so I said to him, "Can I use it?" He said, "Of course, go ahead." And when I started to dig, I found gold, like a 2 pounds of gold, and I said, "Oh my God, cannot be true! You gotta be kidding me!" And I started digging deeper, and I just found more gold. And he was looking at me like, "Oh man, are you serious? Really? And it's all for you?" "Yes, you gave me. Do you remember?" And he just staring at me like shocked.
That's
Too
awesome.
Too good to be true.
Totally. Yeah, that would be great if that happened.
That was kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, totally. All right, Juan. Let's have you answer this question here. It says, "What was your nicest dream that you can remember?"
Well, when I was a child, and I remember that I was dreaming that I was going through a ladder, right? It's right.
Going up a ladder, like climbing up. Okay.
Climbing up to and it was a really big ladder, and the ladder ended in the moon. You know what I mean?
Okay. Cool.
So I was climbing up all the ladder, and when I was in the top of the mountain, I was looking to
down at the
I
earth.
was watching the earth, but was a little weird because when the dream ended, I fell off the bed.
Oh, really? You fell all the way down to the earth? Oh man.
Yeah, and I hit the floor, so it was a little weird. But I remember it was a little funny.
Oh, but did you fall out of your bed?
Yeah, I was a child, but it sucked.
So you fell out.
But-
Oh man.
Yeah, was really great because in the morning I told my parents,
Uh-huh.
and my father was loud and loud about it.
Yeah, totally. Awesome, man. Well, cool. Thank you for sharing.
Right.
Let's go to Maria. And Maria, your question is, talk about the most recent dream you can remember that you have had in the past.
Okay, let me think. Okay, like 2 days ago, I dreamed like I was floating
Okay.
on my bed, over my bed, and
Yeah.
for a moment, the floor disappeared, and
Really?
I fell off in a deep abyss,
Wow.
something
In
like
a
that.
deep
Yeah,
abyss. You would say
deep
abyss.
abyss. Okay, deep
Wow.
abyss.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and the abyss was like infinite, because it
Wow.
was deep and deep and deep and deep and just, and was fall and fall and fall and fall, and suddenly there were like many flowers and many colorful things. Was kind of weird. I don't know why, but and in the middle of the night, like 3 or 4 a.m., I just wake up like tired and, how do you say, excited, like a little scary, because it was shocking for me. The dream
Yeah,
was
yeah.
shocking
So what?
because
Now, were you sweating?
yeah, it was strange. It
Okay.
was like and I felt so tired because I realized, I believed that I was truly fall in a hole, something like that.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but
That can be
was
scary.
terrible. Yeah, it was terrible.
All right. Okay. Wow. Well, thank you for sharing. Let's go to Mauricio. Your question is next. It says here, talk about a reoccurring dream that you have had in the past. Okay. Now,
Well,
reoccurring is something that happens over and over again.
First of all, very well pronounced my name. Thank you very much, Mauricio.
Sure. No problem.
Well, the recurring dream I've had is maybe the common for us, for everyone, that is to fly, to
Yes.
fly,
Exactly. Yeah,
and
I've had that
then
one.
yes, and then you feel that you're falling to the ground, but uh, you can you wake up when you're going to crash to the ground.
Yeah.
Yes, and you jump in on the bed. That's maybe is the most common recurrent dream that I have
Yeah.
had. Mm.
Yeah, and I get that. It's like sometimes when I'm falling asleep, so I'm sort of asleep and I'm not asleep all the way, and I'm having a dream. It's one of those where like you hit the ground and you kind of jolt up and you're like, oh, and then you're like, oh, okay, I'm fine. You know, your whole body shakes. But yeah, I've definitely had those, definitely. But
Chad,
yeah.
I've read that feeling is because our soul is gets out of our body.
Astral
So I
projection.
don't, yes, and when we feel that, it is because that that body of our body
Mhm.
is getting into the physical body. It's very
Huh.
interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting take on why we jolt when we feel that. Huh. Cool. Cool. All right. Well, thank you for sharing. Let's
What
go
about you,
to me. Okay. So you want me to do a question? I can do a question. No problem. All right. So my question is, how do you interpret a dream? Do you use your intuition, imagination to understand it? Um, well, I don't really interpret dreams all that much. For me, a lot of times they're just kind of funny and silly. Other times I have scary dreams. My scary dreams are when something happens to my children and I can't do anything to stop it. Like a reoccurring dream that I have sometimes would be my daughter, who's 6 years old, getting hit by a car or falling, and I'm not there to help it or stop it from happening. But other than that, I don't think because I keep having the dream that that's actually going to happen. I just think it's in my mind. I'm just really, really scared, and I watch over her carefully, right? But my wife, on the other hand, my wife loves to interpret dreams, and so she goes to the websites, and after she has certain dreams. My wife has sometimes she has really like intimidating or intense dreams, and so she likes to look at that and whatnot. But for me, I'm like, okay, it doesn't. I don't look into dreams as much as some people do. I know my dad does. My dad has dreams, and he studies about them and things like that, and tries to understand what they may mean. I think for me, though, I just haven't had a dream that has been, so personal that way, where I've been like, I have to find out what that means. You know what I'm saying? My dreams are like I'm fighting underwater, okay, or I'm flying, things like that. So, normal dreams that people have, and then other dreams where I'm concerned about my family and I just want to make sure everyone's okay. So yeah, that's me. Anyway, all right, so let's go to Diego. Diego, your question is, all right, do you usually read books on dream interpretation? If not, or if you do, what is your opinion on it?
Well, no, I don't. I think that is just subjective because one people can say something about this or that thing or event, and another person can say the opposite. So in my personal opinion, and sorry for those of you that believe in this, but I think it's such a waste of time because no one can describe the future or picture it in a dream, for example.
Okay, all right. So your opinion, it's probably kind of closely related to mine. Where I'm like, maybe just for me, I haven't had any dreams where I've been like really wanting to look into them. But your opinion is, in people can't really see the future or know what's going to happen from a dream. Okay, all right.
Right.
Very cool. All right, thank you for sharing. Let's go to Juan.
Okay, yeah.
Your mohawk looks beautiful, by the way. You
Sorry?
keep your mohawk in your hair. It's called a mohawk or a frohawk.
Yeah.
you keep pulling it up. I was just saying it looks great. All right, let me have you do. Let's see. Let me have you do this one. Okay, it says, "Do you generally have pleasant dreams or nightmares?"
Oh. So, yeah, both of them, I guess. I know. Oh, the nightmares. Sometimes I have some nightmares, but it's all about when I watch horror movie. I watched a horror movie. I remember some kind of scenes
Yeah.
of the movie, and I think about it. But the pleasant dreams. So yeah, I had another, but I don't know how to say about it.
Okay.
Okay. So
All right. Yeah, so you get nightmares after seeing maybe like a scary movie or something like that, because you remember kind of maybe if you watch the movie Saw or any of those like really creepy movies. Yeah, I can't watch Saw anymore. I think I did, and I was like, oh man, it was really creepy.
Yeah, I remember Hostel.
Oh jeez. Man.
I was run away, and when I dreaming, when I was dreaming about it, I was like, I was like, what? when I awake, I was like, what?
Dude, yeah, that would, to have a dream like Hostel, that would freak me out, man. Yeah, totally freak me out. All right, let's go to Maria. Your question is, let me get over to this. Okay, so, well, you talked a little bit about the nightmare that you had the other night. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's skip down, because then it starts to get into dead people and stuff like that. I don't really want to talk about dead people. Okay, let's skip down to right here where it says, do your dreams ever affect your moods?
Nope. I think that the dreams are just dreams, so no, they didn't affect my mood, but they have affected my rest sometimes.
Okay.
Because like I talked to you about the last dream.
Sure.
Sometimes I woke up in middle of my pleasant rest, and I just think like, oh my God, there is happen again, something like that.
Okay. All right. But in the morning, you're not like, oh man, that was kind of a creepy dream. You're not.
No.
You don't go over it.
No,
okay.
No. It's just a dream. It's fake, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so a figment of your imagination. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's go to Mauricio, and your question is, let's see. Now you can do. No, I've got a whole bunch of questions here, so it doesn't really matter. But you can do this one here. Do you usually dream in black and white, or in color, or you can do another one down here?
Well, I usually dream in Technicolor and surround. It's very real.
Really?
Really real. It's amazing because I even feel that I can touch the things when I'm dreaming.
Wow.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. See, I dream in black and white. Okay, most of my dreams are in black and white, and I don't know why. You know what? I'll probably read about that or something like that tonight. I want to see why that may be. But yeah, most of my dreams are in black and white. They're really kind of two-dimensional. Nothing really special about them. But yeah, you're saying your dreams are really vivid, and it feels like you can almost like taste and touch and feel and hear everything that go on in your dreams.
Yeah, but you can train your mind to have very vivid dreams. Do you know what? Huh?
No. How do you do that?
To be aware in the present time, or starting with your breathing, and feeling the sensations that you have in the present time. Yes, be aware of everything that's around you, what you feel, what you're feeling.
Like a certain type of meditation.
Yes, but meditation can be all the time. While you're walking, while you're studying, even we are meditating. Even now, we are meditating, because we are in the present time. So, but we need to be aware, feeling everything, listening carefully, right, and feeling our breath, everything. So, if you have that training, and you can be prepared to have very vivid dreams.
Huh. Interesting. Well,
Mhm.
cool. Thank you for sharing. All right, let's go to now. Is your name Zaid?
Yes,
Oh, Zaid.
Zaid. Yes, Zaid.
Zaid. Okay, and Zaid, where are you from?
I'm from Iraq and I live in the United States.
Cool. What part of the U.S. are you living, man?
I live in Lexington, Kentucky.
Lexington, Kentucky.
Yes.
Wow. And what took you to Lexington, Kentucky, my friend?
I'm studying English right now in the center of ESL
Okay.
at the University of Kentucky, and I'm prepared to do my PhD here.
Cool. What are you working on PhD wise, man?
I'm working on statistics.
Wow.
Mhm.
Statistics is tough, man. You got the brain for it then.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. And there's times when you get it, other times you're just like, man, why did I choose this? Why did I choose this?
All the time.
Very cool. Yeah,
Thank you.
Kentucky's a beautiful country, or a beautiful state. It really is.
Yeah, it's a lot of green area.
Oh yeah, definitely. A little bit different than you said. You're from Iraq, right? Or was it Iran?
Actually, Iraq is so hot during the summer.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. A bit different than Iraq would be.
It's maybe 130 during the summer. Yeah.
Man, yeah, and I lived I lived in Arizona. The hottest it gets in Arizona is about 122.
Yeah, but Arizona also the same of Iraq, but I mean the problem in Lexington is the humidity.
Oh yeah, humidity kills you, man.
Yes.
That gets you. Okay, cool. Well, good to have you in class. Let's see what your question is. All right. So we've got. Okay. So, Zaid, now that you're living in the United States, and what's the other language that you speak? What language do they speak in Iraq?
I'm speak Arabic.
Arabic. Okay. So, your question is, this would be a good one. What language do you dream in? Have you ever dreamt in a language that you don't speak?
Never.
Okay. So what
actually,
language do you
I
mainly dream in?
just dream in Arabic, and every day dreaming. Every day, or I mean, even when I take a nap during the afternoon. I mean.
Okay.
So.
So
only in Arabic.
have you only in Arabic? Now, have you had a dream in English yet?
I don't know if that's happened. I didn't pay attention for that, but maybe it happened.
Okay.
But I mean, very few times maybe.
Gotcha. I know I know English and Spanish, right? Those are the two languages I know, and I can remember to this day the morning when I woke up and I was like, oh man, I just dreamt a whole dream in Spanish, and it was like I understood everything that was going on. I was like, this is crazy. And now I dream in Spanglish. It's like I can switch from English to Spanish back to English, and I mean
English.
throughout my whole dream. Yeah, it's crazy fun, and it's mainly because that's how we talk in the house with my wife. My wife is from Honduras, but she speaks fluent English, and so we can switch. English, Spanish, however much
bilingual.
we want. It's fun.
Bilingual.
Yeah, it's fun. So yeah, watch out for it. So pay attention, because one day, and you guys as well, if you're studying really hard in English, and you're really just kind of focused in it, one of these days you're gonna have a dream and you're gonna say something in English, and just make note of it, because you'll wake up, you're like, whoa, I just dreamt in another language. It's cool. It's really cool.
Yes.
All right, cool, man. Let's see. Let's go to Diego. Diego, your question is, okay, so have you ever woken up from a dream in a cold sweat? Okay. Now, a cold sweat means that you're sweating, okay? And it more has to do with being nervous and being frightened. Okay, have you ever had a dream that was so real that you felt nervous and frightened, that you were kind of scared and sweating, Diego?
Well, let me think. Actually, I do. But the reason I exactly don't know what was the reason, but something related to a assassination of other people
Uh-huh.
and also being robbed. Is that okay?
Being robbed.
Being robbed. Yes, kind of. I can't picture it in my mind right now, but it's close to it.
Huh. Huh. Interesting. Has anybody in class had an experience where they woke up in a cold sweat, where you've been frightened? Okay, frightened because of the dream that you saw. Yeah, I haven't personally. I haven't been terrified of a dream like that. I usually know that it's fairly unreal.
I think
Sometimes
a lot
I've
of soldiers experience that.
soldiers. Okay,
Yeah,
good point.
cause they kill a lot of people, and I always see in movies that they like always wake up in the middle of the night and like sweating all over their bodies and like their beds are wet, like whole wet.
Yeah, I know my grandpa Hansen on my father's side. He served in both the Korean War and as well as the Vietnam War. So he saw a lot of really terrible things, and yeah, had bad dreams for a good long while. And I don't know if he still does. He's still alive. But yeah, I think he's overcome a lot of them. But still, there's certain movies he can't watch, things like that that just he doesn't like because it brings back so many bad memories. But interesting. Okay, all right. Well, let's see. James, welcome to class. Where are you from, James?
I'm from Thailand.
From
Thank you.
Thailand. Okay, awesome. Welcome, and let's go to your question here. This is. Okay, so do you believe that dreams can sometimes predict the future, James?
You know, sometimes I think like I dream about this and it's like, for example, the situation are happening and I think I dreamt that this situation was happening. You get what I mean?
So more like a deja vu type situation
Yeah,
where you
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
you walk into something and you're like, wow, I feel like I've been here before.
Yeah, something like that, pretty much.
Okay, all right. I've had those types of situations, but I haven't had a dream where you know I know something is going to happen in the future. You know, in this.
I did.
What happened with you?
I when I was a kid, I dreamt that the robbers are going to come and rob our house, and I told my parents, and like my parents didn't believe me, and like they just like, oh, calm down, our house will be fine, you know. And like later on, when we went out of town, like it happened when we come back. Seriously did.
Huh, interesting. Interesting. Zaid brought up an interesting movie. Have you guys seen the movie The Butterfly Effect?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
It's 80s, during the 80s.
No, it came out. It was
Aston
with,
Kutcher, I think.
Ashton Kutcher. Yeah. So
Yeah.
late 90s, I think, is when it came out. Something like that. Maybe a little bit later. Maybe in 2000. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, it was kind of this crazy movie about a person who could go back and change the future, and if you just change something small, it could have a kind of a crazy effect. Okay, all right. Let's see. Cool. Well, thank you for your answer there, James. Let's go to Juan. And Juan, your question is, okay. Has has anyone told you if you have walked or talked in your sleep?
Not really. I don't think so. But not
Do
really.
you know anybody that does do that?
Yeah, but no, nobody told me something about it. But I don't know really. Maybe when I was sleeping alone in the house,
Uh-huh.
maybe I was ah I remember something. Sometimes it still happened to me. Or sometimes happen that I feel that I change the place. I change the play of different objects, right?
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah,
So maybe you get up in the middle of the night and move things around.
yeah, or maybe a ghost did.
Maybe a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in my family, I have a brother-in-law that gets up and walks around and has full-blown conversations with people. I talk in my sleep as well. Not, but you can. I'm really illiterate. You can't tell what I'm saying. I'm sort of like babbling or whatnot. And so my wife says that when I start doing that, she tries to talk to me and try to see if I could see if she can get some information out of me or something. It's really funny, really funny. But yeah, I do that. Does anybody in class know anybody that sleepwalks or sleep
Yeah,
talks?
I want
Yeah.
to share something. My mother, like 3 or 4 years ago, told me that one
Uh-huh.
night I woke up and I walked into the shower and I almost turned on the shower
Yeah.
faucet.
Yeah. The faucet there.
Yeah, yeah, but she how do you say, she arrived at the right moment and she stopped
Stopped
me.
you. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Zaid, do you know
Yes.
someone?
When I was young, I mean about 10 to 12 years, I usually want to time per week go outside, open the door, and go outside in the street, walking in the streets during sleeping.
Hmm.
So my father go after me to.
Really?
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Wow. Wow, so
The-
you'd get up and go. Wow, that's
Hmm.
crazy.
It still happen, no?
No, when I was 12.
Alright.
Awesome. Okay, let's see, Maria, let's see what we got for you. Your question is, let's see, let's skip those. Those are talking about different images. Let's go down to below these. So when you were a child, what was your dream for the future? Okay, has it changed?
Yeah, it has changed a lot because when I was a child, I always dreamed like I was a doctor.
Uh-huh.
But when I grew up, I realized that I the blood scares me so much. So
There you go. So no doctor for
yeah,
you, right?
yes. So my point of view of my career have changed a lot, I
Okay.
think.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's go to Mauricio. And your question is, well, this one may be a simple one for you. Do you remember what you dream about in your sleep?
Do you remember what you? Sorry,
That's kind
I
of,
cannot. I don't understand the question. Sorry.
yeah,
Mm.
me neither. This one doesn't make any sense. It should be, do you remember your dreams? So let's skip this one. We'll go to let's go to this one right here. What is your dream for the future?
What is the dream for in when I'm dreaming or in the real life?
Both. If you've dreamt about the future, or if you think about the future, what is your dream or your hope for the future?
Well, mm, well, I have a lot of dreams, but maybe to to be more creative, to to express myself in by drawing or by making art art artworks, or yes, to try to express myself through my paintings.
Okay. All right.
Very
And what
exactly.
what what style of painting do you do?
It's I have different styles. Uh, I like to experience to look for different textures and different colors, shapes. So it's interesting when you want to when you have an idea and and you have to and you can translate that idea into the reality, but in the same way you are thinking of that when you see that image in your mind, but the question is to translate that into the reality. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I totally get what you're saying. Though I'm not an artist drawing or whatnot, I am a musician, and there's a lot of times when I hear something in my head, and I try and get it down on paper or try and get it recorded or whatnot, and it's not exactly what I was hoping for. So I keep working on it, and a lot of times if I sit back and kind of just wait for it to come out as I'm playing or whatnot, it will slowly make its way out until I'm going, okay, that's what it was, that's what I was hearing, and then it makes its way onto paper or into just recording device or whatnot, whatever I have handy. So yeah, no, I exactly know what you mean.
Yes, yeah, the first time when you hear that sound, for example, in your mind, it's fabulous, it's great, it's wonderful.
Oh yeah.
When you, when you want to translate that into, how do you say that, into notes or
into notes.
Oh, it's a mix. You don't know how to do that. It doesn't sound the same.
No, and it's hard to make it sound exactly how you did, especially since if you're talking music-wise, something that you may hear, unless you have perfect pitch, something that you may hear, you then have to transpose that to another pitch, so that it would make sense for you to be able to sing, unless you have an extremely long or high or low range. And so sometimes, like, okay, some words don't come out correctly when you're trying to sing it at a certain pitch, so you have to transpose it down a half step, down a full step, whatever it may be. But yeah, it's interesting how that is. Very interesting.
Yes,
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for your answer. Let's go to Rasal. How are you tonight, Rasal?
I am fine.
Good. Well, good to see you here. We are talking about dreams. Let's see. Your question is, let's go to this one right here. We're going to do you tell people about your dreams, Rasal?
No, I don't tell.
Okay. I don't tell people really about my dreams either.
There is the primary reason that I forget my dreams usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anybody in class that really likes to discuss their dreams with other people?
It's okay. I don't mind. I don't really mind.
Mauricio, a little bit. Okay. Juan, did you say? Juan, you said that you do a little bit.
No, sometimes a little weird, I guess, but
okay. Who said? Who did that come from? Was it James then?
No, I said you have to remember your dreams at first. Then I mean, it's hard to remember all your dreams.
Okay. All right. Yes, that is true. That is true. Okay. Let's go to our next question. Okay. So, Zaid,
Yes.
do you think you can achieve all your dreams? Now they're talking about dreams in the way of goals.
Yeah. Actually, I believe that. I mean, as a believer in God, God give us everything without any effort of us. I mean, if we make any efforts, maybe we didn't achieve any dreams. Only if God wish that. So when I come to the United States, it's kind of impossible to come here. It's very hard to study in the United States and to have a scholarship here for me. But just I mean, God give me this gift. So it's not my effort. It's like a gift.
Well, good. Yeah, If you see it that way, you'll treasure it. You'll treasure it more. It's unfortunate that some people having everything take it for granted, and having the ability to do what you're doing. You know, I was never I got scholarships and things like that, but never had the ability to go and complete a PhD. I think that would be that would be amazing. I think that would be great. But
Yes.
yeah, so congratulations for that. Definitely have the skills.
Thank
Keep
you.
working it. Keep doing what you do, man.
Thanks. Will do.
All right, let's see. Let's see if we can get through maybe one more question or so. Let's go to Diego. Diego, your question is: if you had lots of money, what would you do with it? Now we already know
Alright.
you dream about finding gold, right, in the
Finding
ground.
gold.
What if what if that was real? What would you do with all that gold, that money you found?
Well, firstly, a part of my money would be for charity.
All right.
Secondly,
Oh,
other part for my relatives. And if I have some money left, I will take it for just having a good time and living life as a young people.
Okay.
Of course, with the study and education as a main goal, as the first option to waste that money. Or, I'm sorry, to spend that money.
There you go, to spend the money. Very cool, very cool. So charity. Now, do you have a charity that you would donate the money to? Do you have one in mind?
Well, yeah, it's near to Heredia downtown is a homeless organization, and they help people. I don't know if I can say bumps or
Yeah, you could
homeless,
say bums or homeless. That's probably the best way to say it.
and provide them food and clothes and maybe a kind of educational degree if they are able to do. And that's pretty awesome. I think the people deserve a second chance in life. So that's a nice purpose of this organization.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you. Definitely agree. Okay.
Okay,
well,
I get a comment. I
yeah,
don't know if I can
sure.
express
Go
it.
for it.
Alright. Sometimes when I just fall asleep and I just getting tired, I'm starting to fall asleep, like I said. But in certain moment, my body just got frozen, and I woke up. But I mean, I wake up and I can't move my legs or my hands, or I can't even speak with
Oh,
nobody.
really?
So I have to relax, to calm down. Have to say it's just a dream. It doesn't really matter. So relax and just breathe. And minutes after, I can barely move my feet or my hands or my arms. I don't know if anybody have been passed for that experience, creepy experience, by the way.
Yeah. No, I haven't had. I haven't had that happen. I know. I mean, it really depends on if you believe in supernatural forces or the devil or a dark force or whatnot. I have had people tell me that they've woken up in the middle of the night and it felt darkness all around them and they could not move. Things like that. So and that would be kind of like the creepy ghosts and spirits and things like that that would happen. That's really if you believe in that. But I have heard of that, things like that. But I've never had an experience where I haven't been able to move or anything like that when I woke up. Interesting. All right, you guys.
And weird as well.
Yeah, a little bit, but it happens. You know, crazy things do happen. All right, you guys. So I'm going to put my my Facebook page in here, my Verbling Facebook page. Please like me there. You can ask me questions, send me messages, tell me if you liked the class, if you didn't like the class, anything like that. You can also follow me on Verbling as
Thanks,
well.
Dad.
Either or. My next class, we're going to be focusing on reading. That's just right after this hour. So if you want to follow me along and do that, practice your reading, that would be great. If not, if you got other things to do, that's fine as well. Okay? It was
Thanks,
great
Jack.
meeting the new people. Other than that, take care, you guys. We'll see ya.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye.